Your brain just has this wall that you have to like jump over that other people don't.
Students with ADHD face different challenges than other students.
I want to put the heat under them a little bit. They're in the hot seat, and we elected them to be there.
A Utah woman works to get rid of the death penalty so families of the victims can have justice sooner.
I think it's so important for us to remember, the experiences.
Veterans remember their experiences protecting their country as they are honored today. Welcome to Universe Live. I'm Allie O'Rulian.
And I'm Catherine Bennett. It's Thursday, November 11th. Today, it's Veterans Day, a day to honor those who serve our country.
Brynlee King is live in Provo. Brynlee, how is Veterans Day being celebrated?
Provo City has been honoring veterans all week. They have this awesome display which is open to the public until November 13th. They are respecting veterans who have and also are currently serving our country. We celebrate and honor those veterans for their patriotism, love for our country, and their sacrifices to give us freedom.
You get to be on a team, you get to work towards complex challenges and issues that you could absolutely never accomplish by yourself.
Many programs across the state of Utah will take place today for veterans and their families.
I was an EMT medic for about 5 years.
Most of my time has been in Fort Bragg, North Carolina, where I've deployed 3 times to Afghanistan, Jordan, and then most recently to Northeast Syria.
Veterans Day is different from both Memorial Day and Armed Forces Day.
It's worth it because, freedom is not free, and we serve our country to serve others.
Memorial Day is to honor those who have died serving our country, and Armed Forces Day honors those who are currently serving our country.
On one hand, man, you're so stoked. Like, this is my chance to put all the practice, all the training, everything into practice, and it matters.
The primary goal for Utah County is to get veterans enrolled into the VA system.
I know military is not for everybody, but it's an option. It gives you opportunities to serve your country, and you're getting paid at it.
Memorials and programs are a good reminder to everyone to recognize the sacrifices the U.S. troops make on their behalf.
But on the flip side of that, you're doing it, at the expense of your family. It's a huge sacrifice for them, for the things that they have to do in your absence.
Today is an important day as we stand united in respect for our veterans. Reporting live in Provo, I'm Brynlee King.
Thanks, Brynlee.
Businesses across Utah and across America are doing their part to honor veterans. If you want a quick bite to eat, many restaurants are offering free food like Krispy Kreme, giving out a free donut of choice and small brewed coffee for all veterans. There are other deals available just for today. Cubby's is serving free meals for any veterans with an ID. Veterans can also visit the Hogle Zoo with free admission for themselves, their spouse, and their immediate families with proof of service. Everyone can benefit from Veterans Day with free admission to all national parks. This is just a taste of what is available to veterans today. You can look up additional benefits for your specific location.
According to the NAACP, both of Utah's senators get an F when it comes to protecting voters' rights. The NAACP released its U.S. Senate Civil Rights Scorecard. The grades are based on how each senator voted on the American Rescue Plan Act, the John R. Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act, the For the People Act, and also the senator's commitment to end the filibuster. If you want to see the grades of the other U.S. senators or get more information on how these grades are calculated, go to NAACP. 40 years ago this April, Brenda Wright Lafferty was an anchor for this show, back when it was known as Weeknight. A little over 2 years after her graduation from the program, Brenda and her 15-month-old baby were found murdered in her American Fork home. Universe Live reporter Amy Griffin is in the studio to talk about the history of the Brenda Lafferty case and the unlikely movement sparked by Brenda's sister. Amy?
That's right. It's a case that gripped the community and the nation back in 1984. Sharon Weeks recently walked me through the story of her sister's murder and the prosecution of her killers. Despite desperately wanting justice for her sister and baby niece, Weeks is now heading up a movement to end capital punishment in Utah. Take a look. Brenda Lafferty grew up a Latter-day Saint in Idaho. While at Brigham Young University, she anchored for Weeknight, the Department of Communications broadcast news program alongside current professors Robert Walls and Dale Cressman.
One show together. Some editions of Weeknight are in the planning stages even for weeks.
We'll be right back.
Mere days after graduating, she married Alan Lafferty, but had no idea how joining the Lafferty family would alter her life. Her brothers-in-law, Ron and Dan, had recently joined a fringe group known as the School of the Prophets. The sect was anti-government and practiced polygamy, which caused Ron and Dan's wives to leave at the urging of Brenda. Angered, Ron claimed to have received a revelation from God. Ron claimed God told him that Brenda and her daughter needed to be removed in rapid succession. Ron and Dan fulfilled their prophecy on Pioneer Day, July 24th of 1984. They drove to Brenda and Alan's American Fork home and brutally murdered her, as well as baby Erica, who was nearly decapitated.
And I know Brenda fought like hell.
When the brothers were tried, Dan received life in prison while Ron was sentenced to death. This began the process of nearly 40 years of appeals, retrials, and competency hearings. Brenda's family, including her younger sister, had to sit through all of it.
My dad passed out in court hearing it, and he fell right over.
Weeks lost faith in the Utah court's ability to get justice for her sister and didn't want any other family to have to go through the same disappointment. That's when she took matters into her own hands, approaching Representative Lowry Snow.
But until I heard her story, I'd never thought about the perspective from the victim.
Snow is now sponsoring a bill that he calls a repeal and replace, meant to take the death penalty off the table and replace it with options for a life sentence with no parole or a 45-year to life sentence.
When it comes to taking someone's life, there's not really room for any error.
Popular support for the death penalty is waning, especially among conservatives who have traditionally supported it. This is evident in a national organization known as Conservatives Concerned About the Death Penalty.
So for me, it's pro-life from the womb to the tomb.
Conservatives Concerned hopes to help Republicans see that the death penalty has extreme costs, both fiscal and social.
The cost is 10 times more than non-death penalty costs. It's an antiquated practice, something that is not consistent with conservative values.
For Sharon Weeks, the work continues to ensure that no other family will have to go through what the Wright family has. Despite sitting through countless trials and hearings, the family never saw Lafferty put to death. Instead, he died in the Utah State Prison of natural causes in 2019.
I have faith in my leadership in this state. I love Utah. They've fallen a little bit short, but I know they can do better.
What a difficult story. Amy, what can we expect next from this movement?
Well, Weeks and Representative Snow are preparing to present their bill in Utah's legislative session this winter, so they hope to bring more justice to Utah's criminal justice system.
Well, we have to watch for that. Thanks, Amy.
The COVID vaccine exemption bill is heading to the governor to be signed. The bill passed both the Utah Senate and House. The bill is sponsored by Senator Kirk Cullimore and requires an employer to relieve an employee of the COVID-19 vaccine mandate under certain conditions. It would allow employees to waive the vaccine mandate by claiming medical, religious, or other personal reasons. And it would not allow employers to fire employees who refuse to be vaccinated.
Dixie State University is now Utah Tech University. The university faced criticism for their name change due to the relationship between the word Dixie and slavery. In response, the university started the process of finding a new title for the school. The Utah State Legislature passed the bill on the name change, and Governor Cox is expected to sign the bill soon. The university believes this name will better represent the education students will receive at their institution.
We all know what it feels like to get distracted from time to time. But one group of BYU students deals with distractions and diversions every day of their lives. Harley Hunsaker met with a group of these students to talk about the struggles they face in college. Harley?
Let's face it, college is hard. Students sit in a lot of classrooms, write long papers, and study for hours. And as if that isn't hard enough, some students have to do that while also managing attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, which is also known as ADHD.
On the outside, they look like regular college students. But on the inside, they're dealing with a chronic condition.
People can do a good job of masking, of like kind of looking like everyone else, and you don't see the struggles that they're facing.
BYU's ADHD Club president Tim Jaffick created this group to find a community on campus. And each person here deals with ADHD on a daily basis.
You know you're supposed to be focusing in class or doing your homework or studying, but it's like your brain just has this wall that you have to like jump over that other people don't.
Jaffick and co-president Victoria Lady meet with fellow students each week to simply hang out.
I was like an arms dealer in 4th grade.
And talk about their struggles and successes being a student with ADHD.
It can be hard when you feel like you're the only one failing, especially at a school like BYU.
Outwardly, it might look like procrastination or something like that, whereas inwardly, it's like, I'm trying to get this assignment done.
So next time you meet someone with ADHD, think about this small club.
So these are the club announcements.
Who found a community of support.
The big thing is finding community, finding other people that I can talk about my challenges, they can talk about their challenges, and we can learn together.
And although these students can't just erase ADHD from their lives, they're finding ways to cope with it. Reporting for Universe Live at Brigham Young University, I'm Harley Hunsaker.
Thanks, Harley.
A club on campus helps students take a break from the stresses of school and focus on connecting with their inner selves.
It just makes me feel really good. It's a good way for me to reconnect with my body.
We will show you what they do to take care of their physical and mental health.
Coming up, BYU Football Player Man of the Year Award nomination and the behind the scenes of a BYU football game.
If you love them enough to relearn math so you can teach them math, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Yoga is an ancient Indian practice that has become a common modern exercise.
Universe Live reporter Isabel Brown spoke with students who practice the discipline together.
If you're in search of balance, better sleep, or a brighter mood, join the BYU Yoga Club as they encourage mindfulness for BYU students. There's a myriad of health and mental health benefits that can be found here.
It's a place to feel relaxed and to just move your body, because sometimes we don't move enough.
It just makes me feel really good. It's a good way for me to reconnect with my body.
A study published by the U.S. National Library of Medicine and National Institutes of Health says that college students are in a critical period of development, learning new ways to be independent and manage stress. They also include that yoga is self-empowering and a good way to work on total wellness that does not require medication or equipment.
Things like yoga, things like flexibility, doing breathing methods and all of that, I think is equally useful for having a good physique on top of feeling very natural in your own body.
I don't really take very good care of my body, honestly, in college, and especially sitting at a desk, hunched over a computer most of the time. So I feel like it's an easy way for me to do something good for my body.
All skill and fitness levels are welcome to come and experience a calming, peaceful session of physical and mental exercises.
It's a really safe space. That's always been our primary goal as officers. It's a little slice of heaven. We hope to make it.
To have this hour break right on Tuesday night where I can kind of detoxify and then get back after it on Wednesday morning is perfect. It's like a different kind of strength that it can build, and then it's very meditative in the end, so it kind of lets you collect yourself.
It's not all serious, as the class instructor encourages students to let loose with more adventurous poses.
I love that it's young students and we can do funky poses and fun things like that.
It's surprisingly difficult to do some stuff that they make look so easy.
You can join the students stretching their bodies and abilities at the BYU Yoga Club on Tuesday nights at 8:30 and 3222 of the Wilkinson Student Center. Reporting for Universe Live in Provo, I'm Isabel Brown.
BYU fencing lineman James Empey is named one of the 20 semifinalists for the 2021 Jason Witten Collegiate Man of the Year Award. The team captain of the Cougars was the 2018 FWAA Freshman All-American and was named 2021 Preseason All-American. Empey has been active in serving others off the field throughout volunteer work in the community. The winner will be announced at an award ceremony in Frisco, Texas on February 17, 2022. The winner will receive a $10,000 contribution in his name to his school athletic scholarship fund from the SCORE Foundation. Have you ever wondered how your favorite football games come to life? BYU's Now producer Mackenzie McGuire shows the behind the scenes of a BYU football game.
Good morning, BYU. It's me, Kenz McGuire, reporting with Universe Live. I am a producer for a sports show called BYUSN Right Now, and today you are going to see a day in the life of a BYU football game.
So this is my talent, Kiki Solano. It's also great because we're best friends, so we got to spend the entire season running around the stadium, watching football.
She got stuck with me.
I did, and you know what? I couldn't be happier about it. Just a quick update for you guys. BYU is winning 42-7. One of the best parts about producing is the ability to go around the stadium, interact with the fans, and get some really fun shots of the field, including this one. So very crowded, but we finished wrapping up the episode for today. The stadium's clearing out. We're gonna go take this back and ingest the footage and get it ready for the episode on Monday. Yay! Okay. And that is it. So as you can see, working a game is super fun, and it's a great way to get involved with the school and the jobs that they have. Reporting for Universe Live, I'm Kenz McGuire.
Thanks for joining us today for Universe Live.
Have a great day.